nicknamed Tappy Larson.
Always had an eagle on his shoulder.
Love 30.
This is a beautiful return of serve. Braash taken wide, it exposes the angle, and he finds it to gain 3 break points.
Game braash. Braash leads 2 games to love.
Well, Braash has come back well there, and of course we'll resume with this match in a few moments' time. But the Test match is very interestingly poised.
3 balls.
Up at Lords, the West Indies 192 for 6. They need a...
Sampras with a chance now to break back.
30-40.
Break point after Braash had opened this 5th game with his 7th ace and led 30-love, but now 30-40.
Game sampras.
Total misjudgment. Can't believe it.
Braash leads 3
This
games to
maybe
2.
not right
Second
off the
set,
centre of the
first set,
racket,
sampras.
curls around and lands right in the corner, and Braash just can't believe it. 2 forehand winners coming from Sampras from 30 all. The first one right off the centre of the racket and hit it 100 miles an hour, and the second one just slightly off centre, but just curling around, and Braash clearly disappointed to lose the advantage that he'd worked so hard to achieve in the second set. He'd led 3-love. Now back on serve at 3-2.
Because he's a man who's not afraid to beat good players. At the Lipton tournament this year, where Sampras lost in the final to Agassi, he beat Daniel Wojcik first and then Stefan Edberg. So he knows how to beat the great players.
So that's been his best result so far this year.
Time.
Through to the round of 16, was finally beaten by Jonas Bjorkman in 3 sets. It's been a little bit lean other than that. Sweden's have been few and far between. He represented his country in the World Team Cup, lost all 3 matches. He's not won a match in Grand Slam competition this year, losing to Ferreira in the first round of the Ford Australian Open and Andre Agassi in the first round of the French. Had tough draws.
Oh, good judgment.
15 love.
A little bit relieved, I think, that that was just out, but he could have hit it and judged it well.
Love.
Yes, talking of the French Championships, that was a bit of a nightmare for Sampras, that loss in the first round to Gilbert Schaller. 6-4 in the 5th. Chip and charge, an acknowledged way of embarrassing the server, if you can time it as well as that. Paul Annacone was a master of that tactic, and he's now helping Sampras.
First service.
There is the chip and charge merchant himself, Paul Annacone.
Just about his only tactic.
40-15. Game sampras. Three games all.
3 games all in the second set. And that tie break at 3 points all. Looked as if it might end in a surprise, but it didn't. 7 points to 4. Sampras won the tie break.
Love 15.
Yes, the heavy topspin, making a ball that looked as if it might be long, dip in at the last moment. Still really not timing the ball sweetly yet. Well, waiting for the call that never came. It looked long to me.
This time finding the angle, but I didn't think that was right off the centre of the racket, not as cleanly hit as he might like. But the result is certainly something he'd like. 30 all. And just can't give Sampras this much time to make the pass. The volley just not penetrating at all, sitting there. And Sampras getting set and really nailing it down the line. Break point.
Yes, that's always the problem for the men who wear glasses, the perspiration needing to be removed. Break point.
Deuce.
Serve.
Advantage braash.
Hasn't used that one too often today, straight at the body.
Deuce.
Well, the winner's coming more frequently from the Sampras backhand now. Beautifully struck ball again, taking it early. Just a little bit lower than what he would like to be taking them, I think.
Advantage Sampras.
Sampras getting a little groove now on this backhand. He'd do well to vary the direction of this serve rather more.
Deuce.
Sampras has gone down the line quite often on the backhand pass, and this time braash right there, the ball about shoulder height, and not a problem for the German. Decisive volley across court.
Braash leads 4 games to 3. Second set. First set, Sampras.
Again, Sampras wondering whether that might have been a fault, looking lingeringly at the service line. Of course, you have to learn in life, John, to play to the umpire's calls, not what you would wish to hear.
Not as you would call them. You're the player, not the umpire. Have another look at this point. Ball toss not very high. That one a kicker. See the sweat pouring off him as he came in. Just well-controlled low backhand volley, not with a lot of penetration. And Sampras this time not really getting on to the backhand down the line. Maybe he saw braash moving to cover the line and had second thoughts too late. Braash still confident at the net.
So really, this beautiful summer's day, my goodness me, what do we have here? A pair of jays, I believe, nesting in the stand high above us. And they've got their own little quiet corner there. And I wonder what they think of all this noise beneath them. Rudely interrupting their
Invading their home.
Their peaceful surroundings. So Carsten Braash is really acquitting himself well. He's lost his break of serve, but he's still ahead. As Sampras serves 3-4.
15 love. Love.
Oh.
30-15. First service.
Oh.
40-15.
Yes, caught a little bit by surprise there, and by the depth of that lovely delivery.
Game Sampras. Four games all.
Well, at about this time in the first set, Sampras managed to get himself a break point. It was actually a couple of games later, but this is when you expect to see a man of this caliber find a way of upsetting the server.
First service.